So let's practice how this division works. So we're going to do our divisor, 3x plus 1, divided into our dividend here is 6x cubed minus 31x squared plus 34x plus 15. And the way we're going to start is we're going to start with what number times 3x equals 6x squared. Okay, so it's going to be 6x cubed. We're going to have 2x squared is equal to 6x cubed plus 2x squared. Okay, we subtract these two, we end up with negative 33x squared. We bring down the next term. Okay, and we do repeat the same thing. So what number times 3x gives me negative 33x squared? Okay, it's going to give me be negative 11x. So we end up with negative 33x squared minus 11x. Subtract, I get 45x. I can bring down that next term, plus 15. Okay, and then last step here, what number times 3x is going to give me close to 45x? It's going to be plus 15. So I get 45x plus 15. And in this case, my remainder is 0. Okay, so I get a remainder of 0, which means that this divides evenly into this expression. So this is kind of nice, since we have no remainders. So in fact, if it divides evenly, we can actually say that this is a factor of this term. Okay. So set up this one again. We have our divisor, x plus 1, into, okay, it's going to be x to the power of 4. Now we have to be careful, because remember that the powers represent place value. And I need to make sure I have all the place values when I line up my division. So in this case here, I'm missing an x cubed. So I'm just going to go 0x cubed. Just like we have a 101 is 101, we need a placeholder for that 10. So in here we need a placeholder for the cube. We also need a placeholder for the squared. Okay, and then we have 5x plus 8. Okay, so doing this division then, we have our placeholders. Now if you don't have your placeholders, what ends up happening is your powers don't line up very well. And that should give you an indication that you may have forgotten the placeholders. So we're going to go x cubed times x is x4 plus x cubed times 1 is 1x cubed. We subtract, we get negative 1x cubed plus 0x squared. We bring down. Okay, x times negative x squared gives me my negative x cubed. And then we have a minus x squared. When I subtract this time, I'm going to end up with 0 minus negative is positive x squared. I bring down my next placeholder, 5x, and then I repeat the process. So plus x gives me x squared plus 1x, subtract 4x plus 8. Okay, so then 4 times x, that's going to be plus 4, gives me 4x plus 4, and a remainder of 4. Okay, so then there's my division. I get this divides into this expression this many times with a remainder of 4. Okay, now I really should practice writing the division statement. So this is really equal to x plus 1 times our divisor, our quotient, which is x cubed minus x squared plus x plus 4 plus the remainder of 4. Okay, and that gives us our division statement. Okay, and this is equal to the dividend, which is x4 plus 5x plus 8. Okay, so this one here, we'll do the same thing. We're going to divide into here. Now, although it's a quadratic, still doesn't matter really. We're just going to divide this quadratic into this polynomial here. And again, as long as we keep our placeholders, we have our placeholders, x squared, x, x0, x4, x cubed, x squared, x1, x0. Okay, so that's going to be perfectly okay. So we're going to then just make sure that everything lines up, and then we'll divide. Okay, so then what number times x squared gives us x4? Well, that's going to be x squared. I just have to remember to make sure I multiply all the terms now. Okay, so x squared times 3x, x squared times 2. All the terms line up. So then I subtract. I'm going to end up with 2x cubed minus 9x squared. Then I'll bring down the next term, 41x. Repeat the process, times 2x. So 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 4x. Okay, subtract. That's going to be minus 45x minus 30. Again, do the same thing, minus 15. Okay, that's going to give me negative 15x squared minus 45x. 2 times negative 15 is minus 30. Oh, this is a remainder of 0. So again, this divides evenly, which is nice. This means it's a factor. If it divides evenly, it's a factor. So what does the division statement look like for this? It's going to be, okay, here's my dividend. It's going to be x4 plus 5x cubed minus 7x squared minus 41x minus 30 is equal to my divisor, x squared plus 3x plus 2 times my quotient, x squared plus 2x minus 15 plus my remainder, and nicely the remainder is plus 0. So this is actually nicely factored. Okay,